there, it's Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto in Japan, and we're looking at a 1995 Toyota Corolla van, which is kind of like a station wagon, but they call it the van because it's the commercial version of the car. This one has only 45,000 original kilometers on it. I'm sorry, did I say 95? I meant 1997. 45,000 original kilometers. It's a 5E engine, so the same as the Toyota Tercel engine. I'm not sure if the Corollas in North America ever got the E-Series engine, but known to be ultra reliable. It is a twin cam engine. I don't think it puts out a lot of power, but it does put out a lot of reliability. Automatic transmission in this one here, 45,000 original kilometers. Have a quick listen to the engine rev. Looks like the fuel is going to be out pretty soon. Turn this off, hold the key out, and look over the auction inspection sheet first. Coolant and oil both look like they've been serviced recently, and so you should get a long life out of this one. It does have a few bumps and bruises, as most commercial vehicles will, and you get a cheaper tax when it's a commercial vehicle like this one. And so some cars like the Corolla or the Toyota Succeed, Nissan Wingroad, vehicles like this could be had in commercial trim. They would originally cost less from the dealer, and they would cost less to register it and drive it for road tax purposes. So that's what this one is. And a little bit interesting, you know, we don't have these in North America as far as I know. So something different, something new. So 97 Corolla, 1500cc engine, auction grade 3.5 with an interior grade C, 45 for 12 kilometers, automatic transmission. It doesn't say so, but it has power steering and AC. Didn't test the AC. That was actually Jacob's job, so I don't know if it works, but I'll check that when we go to the interior. So seat rip, interior scratched and dirty, various small scratches, small dents, and then the body is not glossy. Looking at the diagram here, we have quite a few bumps and bruises. A3 on the front bumper, that's a large scratch. AU3 is a large scratch and a dent. A3, U2, AU3, AU3, AU2, AU3, AU3. And so there's a lot there. I feel like on the car, they don't stand out as much as you would think, which is a good thing. You can see right now the paint, true, not that glossy on basically all of the panels. It's not terrible. It doesn't look super faded because it is white. And you can bring some of that gloss back in with a ceramic coating if you wanted, which you probably want to do, you know, preserve the car as best as you can. Something like this has not been, you know, a classic car. It wasn't something that people were expecting to have to preserve. The fact that this one is preserved with such low kilometers makes it a rather rare find. And so perfect for that Toyota enthusiast that is looking for something unique and interesting, or perfect for somebody who just needs a utility vehicle and wants something to be reliable and good on gas. Something like this, you can't find a ton of this kind of stuff at auction, but you can generally get them for a really decent price as a result of, you know, not too many people looking for something like this. So as is always the case here in Japan, the Corolla gets the Corolla mark, a C with 3 stars or a crown on top. Has been the thing for Corolla since the 1970s. Headlights, a little bit faded. It is of the 3 or 4 years that you would get plastic lenses that still had fluting in them, and so it is a unique look with all of those little hash marks. Front bumper is an unpainted bumper, and it has discolored as a result. They all kind of do. Auction called it an A3 on the front bumper. Have a quick look. Right here, it has a scab as well as a scrape along here. It very much looks like it would be considered an A3. This part here also, and right there. Because it's not painted, this could be sanded down. You could paint the whole front bumper. I'm not sure if you would want to keep the unpainted front bumper just for style purposes, but I don't think too many people are going to be like, wow, that's cool, because the bumper's not painted. Same thing goes with the grille, unpainted.
Want to see us having fun in Japan? Go check out our new channel. Link in the description.
Okay, so coming down this side, and we'll go over some of these dings and dents on the car. We're generally pretty good here, mirror's a little bit bad. And then back here we get our first AU3. So you can see right down there, there is a fairly large scratch, and they've touched it up with touch-up paint. There are also some chips in the edge of the door. Okay, coming down here, we've got, this is what they called an AU2. Okay, and the back of bumper had an A3 as well. You can see scratches there, a few minor scratches there, It's not as bad as the front one by the look of it. Some discoloration here, and a few otherwise semi-mild scratches. The trunk here, AU3, is right there. And again, it's not terrible, right? Not terrible at all. And then looking back here, you're a little bit more glossy, kind of on the roof, the back hatch, the back fenders, than you are on the front of the car. Another AU3 right here. You can see an area of damage that's been touched up with touch-up paint. Again, AU3s sometimes are a lot bigger than that, so I wouldn't think it's something too scary. You know, you knew there was an AU3 when you bid on the car. A few little chips there. A dented section here. I think they also called this one an AU3. And then let's look at our side panel here. It's actually looking pretty good. All right, a few scratches around the edge of the door and on the edge of the B pillar. No doubt that's from closing the door by the B pillar. Using your fingernails. Coming up on that fender, it's not bad. And overall, I wouldn't be upset about the body on this one. You know, we thought it would be in worse condition than it actually is. The roof looks okay. Just trying to see if there are any dents in it, but nope, looking all right. So let's go now to the interior. And this is why they are the van version. They're meant to be used as a work van for somebody who didn't want to get a high ace. Maybe the high ace was too expensive, or maybe you needed something that was better on fuel. So you get the van version. You can usually tell because the VIN number has the beginning of the VIN number, and then there will be a V for van. Let me just show you that before we get to the rest of the interior. So see EE103V. That V there is for van. And yeah, you can get old Land Cruisers as vans too. The work truck version of the Land Cruiser. And then they'll typically have a vinyl interior instead of the regular niceties. They'll have like a lower grade non-power windows, like this one has crank style windows. You can see the liner in the back is ripped. And if you look up here on the D pillar, they've taken a little bit of damage. So something like this would usually be used as a cargo vehicle. And as such, you're going to get some cargo damage in here. Headliner has taken a little bit of damage up there. Let's check the other side. Looks okay. Yeah, headliner, full vinyl. Very old school feel to it. And then has a clip here to fold your seats forward to give you a full cargo area. This is a very weak foam. Might be worth taking it out, actually. It wouldn't look too much different if you were to just take that out. And it looks like it's fairly easy to rip, which is weird for the vehicle they expected to be the cargo one. Bad job, Toyota. It's not like a vinyl like you would expect it to be. Okay. Let's close this up and we'll look now at the back seats. Both back doors have a decent amount of damage on them as well. You can see here and down here, no doubt, because they have also been used as cargo slash, that kind of looks like dog. Doesn't smell like dogs inside. And then over here, same thing goes on that door, including the upper part and the lower section. The seat themselves, possible for adults to sit in there, absolutely. Larger adults might struggle a little bit, kids will be fine. And yeah, the seats are made out of this vinyl material. It's the typical thing for the van versions. They've opted for the half lace seat covers only on the front, or maybe they did have them on the rear, but then it was taken off because it got damaged or something. Have a look at the door card. Very old school with the crank here for raising and lowering the window. I kind of like those, but they are a bit annoying when you want to open the passenger side window on the other side, because you'll have to reach across and open it. But rarely are you going to be opening on both sides unless you have somebody sitting in that seat, honestly speaking. Seat covers say Toyota in them, so they are a factory option. And yes, those were quite popular here in Japan. 80s, 90s, even 2000s, you'll find them sometimes. Typically popular with like the older crowd. Okay, steering wheel is the type that doesn't take on a lot of wear. These are great steering wheels. They're very basic, sure, but you can use these for a very long time without them looking damaged, because when they do wear out, they just wear into a smooth texture. They don't crack or split or deform or anything like that. Just like the auction sheet said, there's a rip in the seat, and it's right on this stitching. You could pull that back together and then give it a surged stitch right there to fix it, which is, I think, what you would want to do. Part of the charm of this vehicle, I think, is these not leather, very much not leather, vinyl seats. You don't see vinyl seats in almost anything anymore, so it is unique, I suppose. I wonder if the commercial versions of these vehicles here in Japan are even doing the vinyl seats anymore. I would think probably not, but I don't know. Okay, this part here, it's a pop for something, gas cap or something. I don't know. Let's try pulling it. Did that open the gas cap? So yeah, it did. The mount for the gas cap release has been broken, and it leaves just a zip tie on there. Coming to sit down in here, gauges, ultra simple, no tachometer. And then over here, you've got a radio and AC, and it's a very old school AC. This is the same one that Toyota would use in the 80s, with the button here with click on, click off, and Econ right next to it. And radio might be only AM radio. Dashboard's fine. Carpet over there, fine. A little bit dirty, but fine. Box to put things. Most commercial vehicles in Japan will have been smoked in. It doesn't smell like cigarettes, but being the van version, there's not much it can seep into, right? The transmission shifts fine. And a little storage compartment with some random stuff in it. E-brake is good. Brakes feel fine. And I said that I was test the AC. So let's go ahead and do that now. AC on. And no climate control AC, so you have to set your temperature here and set where you want it to go on the fan speed all by yourself. I kind of prefer this, actually. Let's just give it a little rev to make that work faster. And our AC works nice and well. So switch that off and switch this off. And I would say that we're at the end of the video here. So it was something unique, something that you're not going to be seeing very often, going over to the USA. So this will be driving around in your town if you're from the USA. And if you're not from the USA, you won't see it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, something different. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day.